Welcome to RNTV. Y'all know me, King Royale, and I am here with a special guest today. Milwaukee's very own author, director, producer, and actor. Let's clap it up for my main man, Ryan Crumble.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank y'all for pulling up on me, man, in this cold weather. And let me be on your platform, bro. I really appreciate that.
Nah, man, I'm serious, man. I gotta give you your flowers, bro. Especially while you're still with us.
For sure.
Well, man, let's get right to it. We're going to start off with some quick icebreaker questions, and then we're going to go from there, all right?
For sure.
How long has acting been significant in your life? Or when did acting become an interest to you?
That's a good question. I think it's pretty simple, too. Acting became real significant in my life at a young age. I'd probably say around like 5 years old. 5, 6, 7 years old. Because I would watch a Disney movie. I could watch it like 2, 3 times, you know what I'm saying? By the fourth time, I'm able to know it word from word, you know, all the character voices, all that type of shit. So it's always been significant in my life. Like, I didn't even know. Like, now I know, like, voice acting is a job. But back then, I was already doing it. And then I just, voice mimicked and did things like that sort. So it's always been a part of my life since I was a kid. So, yeah.
For sure. Okay. Who were your biggest influence in the film industry? And what's your actor/actress top 20 list?
Shit. I'll probably just do my top 20 and then just answer the other question with the top 20.
All right.
So if I was to say my top 20 actors/actors list, I kind of already got a list or whatever, but the list is somewhat due to different things, like, you know, whether they're most money made or most films done or whatever like that. That's the reason why these people are on my list. I do got like three or four really significant ones, and I'll explain that too. And this is no particular order. I would say Jim Carrey, Bertie Mac, Will Smith, Eddie Murphy, Spike Lee, John Singleton, Hype Williams, Keenan Ivory Wayans, Robert Downey Jr., Issa Rae, that's 10. Shonda Rhimes, of course, Denzel Washington, Samuel L. Jackson. Make sure I ain't missing who else I'm getting. I'm gonna put some females in there too. Scarlett Johansson. She makes some big money. Can't forget about my girl. Baby boy, I'm having a blank right now. Taraji P. Henson. Yeah, for sure. Taraji P. Henson. That's 15. I got 5 more. My other 5 will be, The Rock. Man makes money. Johnny Depp. Tom Cruise. And I got 2 more. Make sure I ain't disrespecting nobody. I got producers. I'm gonna have to say 50. That's my dog. I just want to, you know what I'm saying? And then last actor I'll say is my 20th would have to be Idris Elba. I know I probably fucked up my whole list. I'm missing, but I had to say those. But those will have to be the ones who are the most like influential. Spike Lee, John Singleton. Just because like those are the movies I grew up on. So like no bullshit, like the angles I do, how I would choose my music scores, you know, I get it off of like watching some of their movies. So if you pay attention to some of the things I do, you'll see some similarities from those two. And some storylines too, as far as that goes. Issa Rae and Shonda Rhimes, them is just black women in the great movies and shows that they've done, and the creativity and the process of how they did it. Like I watched some of their master classes. The same with Spike Lee and Samuel. I watched their master classes, and the process of how they did it and how they were teaching us to do it is the same way I was doing it before I learned there was an actual process. You know what I'm saying? So uh, those ones are really significant in my life. And then I would say that actor wise, shit, you know, Will Smith, Denzel, I mimicked them back to back. You know what I'm saying? I mimicked like every word, every all that shit, and everything that that nigga do, man. Like, man, I mimic everything they do. So, yeah, that was just my actors list.
Man, that's a great list, man, and I like the reasonings right there. Hey, what happened to the back-to-back videos we used to see?
I'll see some of my costumes. What happened to the back to back videos? Man, shit. I just kind of like, I don't know, like I started to do more. I wanted to be more known for doing my own projects. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people was throwing me off of my TikToks, and I can mimic real well, but I didn't want to blow up for being a mimic or somebody else's shadow. You know what I'm saying? Or like somebody else. I wanted to show them like I really had talent. So I started to gear towards more. Just started writing my stories, putting out movies, putting out short series and things of that sort, man. So I still desire to do it. I might still do a couple more of them just to bring some more, funny, some entertainment and some attention to my page. But like these movies gonna be doing enough. These TV shows gonna do enough. So yeah, I just kind of just moved on, grew up a little bit. That's all.
Which leads us right into the next question. How, man? How did you come up with the Mind of a Man series? That's what I really wanted to ask you about.
Mm, Mind of a Man series. Shit, man. I came up with it, bro, because, just real life. Real life shit was happening, bro. And I always say, like, my life is a movie. So I'm just like, fuck it. Let me just pull all this shit together. You know what I mean? I ain't really had no other outlet. And my passion is my outlet. So I put it into a movie. Or not a movie, but a TV series.
So what was the process like, bro? Like, how did you put it all together?
The process is real unorthodox. I ain't gonna lie, the process is real unorthodox because I've had, like y'all seen on the first two episodes, like I had the concept. I know what story I wanted to tell, but I didn't have a script. So what I would do was I would go out when I just wanted to go film some shit, and I had a concept in my mind, and I would film different areas that gave that mood of what story I was trying to tell without the words. Or I even go back to the places of where I came up with the story. You know what I'm saying? Or the places where I felt emotion or where I had those experiences happen to me in real life. I go back to those places and film that, and just kind of just did it that way. So I take all those shots and look at it, know the story, put it all together, and then just fill it in with the narration of what story I wanted to tell. So it's real unorthodox. Like sometimes I don't really have it all together, but at the end I do. You know what I'm saying? People be like, man, that shit was cold. So yeah, that's really been the process. Yeah.
All right. Well, with the few people that you work with, how did you find your cast?
I found my cast shit through social media. Facebook, Instagram, shit like that. I created a flyer, put casting all actors and actresses, put a little character list together of what I was looking for, and sent it out. And people who hit me up and DM me say who was interested in it, I send them the character list. They choose who they wanted to do. I put a little audition video for me, send it back to me, and we go from there. It's really, to me, that's that simple. And me, I kind of don't really wait around and look for a look. Or like, I need this person to look like this. I kind of used to be like that. I thought it used to be that way, but I learned that I got really good with using what I have. And usually what I have is all that I need. So like the first people that respond to me and who show the passion, who show the desire, they get the roles. And they do excellent at them. So yeah, I just find the cast through social media.
We do have a clip where someone is asking you, what was your experience like during your Suffer Well stage play experience? Here's the clip.
Go ahead.
We, produced everything in Milwaukee. From the cast, finding the cast, and even producing the project. But I was in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona at the time when I finished the story and when I finally started to begin to work on the actual production of it. All my cast members, all my I looked for my cast through social media, like I said before earlier, and all my people on my social media were still Milwaukee people. So the cast were all Milwaukee people. The ones that were interested, I sent them an audition script after they told me what roles they were interested in, and we did all of our rehearsals from that point on through Facebook Messenger. No bullshit. They all told me their schedules. I matched everyone's schedules up out of the entire group, and from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we had a rehearsal. Wouldn't have been all the whole group all the time, but we had a rehearsal every day through that Facebook Messenger, and we probably met up 2 times in person before we actually did the actual production.
So, right, will we see Suffer Well stage play anytime soon?
I do hear this question a lot, man. I would love to have the Suffer Well stage play come out again. I'm looking for some new cast members, man. Some of my cast members I did it with originally, some of them moved out of town, and it's been about 2-3 years since we did it. Now, maybe about a year or 2 now. So yeah, I just need some new cast members, and I would love to do it again, bring it to the city. But I'm really focused on making it the film now. So yeah, Suffer Well. I hear this question a lot. Like I said in that last video, I hear this question a lot too. I do want to bring this shit back, but I am working on it to be the film, and I've been kind of playing back and forth with it, and I really ain't been telling nobody too much about it. But this is really, I want to do the stage play, but I want to do the film, and I'm trying to figure out which will be more beneficial. If I put out the film, because I already did the stage play twice, and to bring it back, I'm wondering if I should just do the film, and then have that blow up, and then bring it back as a live performance with the stage play.
Okay.
But then again, like I said on the last question, I use what I have and what I got, and I'll figure it out which one I'm gonna do. So yeah, y'all gonna see it again, but right now I need to find a new cast. You know what I'm saying? I had a great, beautiful cast, but a lot of them moved. So now I gotta find some new ones.
Now we have a clip from one of your actresses in the Suffer Well stage play, Ya, who played Maddie. We have a clip from her about her experience with working with you in the Suffer Well stage play.
Yeah. Let me see that.
Amazing. I loved every part of it. From the moment I got with the cast, the first table read, it felt like home. Like everybody was we felt like family. The vibes was on point. The script just flowed. The ad-libs just knew where to land. It was like magic. And so getting together with the crew and putting it together from table reads to the practices to the stage, it was a beautiful experience. That's the experience that you pray to God that he makes happen when you're acting. He was coming from Arizona and just coming back and forth. Like, that's how dedicated he was. He just made it happen. That's what we loved about him so much. I played Maddie, the mother of his kid, and it was an awesome experience because I was also getting to know Ryan as a producer, but in turn of us spending time together as a cast, we really turned into family. So he ended up becoming like a brother figure. So, in turn with having to play the mother of his kid, we were so like brother and sister that the relationship off film really affected the relationship on film. And I think that's how we was able to get that good chemistry, And so it was a great time. The cast was amazing. It really showed that on stage just because of how much time we spent together, and just it was a vibe. It was a vibe. I fuck with it.
Yeah, man, Suffer Well.
Man, that was a great experience. The process of how that shit went down, bro, was it was amazing. I wrote this story. It took me about like a year, to finish it, year and a half. Because at first it started, I actually finished it. I was in my cast was in Milwaukee. I was living in Arizona at the time. So when I found my cast, we did all of our rehearsals through Facebook Messenger. So what I did was I got everybody's schedules, and with their schedules, I kind of found the gaps of where like everybody was free, and I scheduled it that way. So I had a Monday, it'll be me and 3 actors and actresses doing it. Then Tuesday, maybe everybody. Wednesday, maybe 2 of us. As far as, like I'm saying, and I just, after work, I just stayed at it. You know what I'm saying? We only met in person probably like 2 times before we actually performed it. The first time was the table read, and the second time was probably the day before. They'll do it like a run through, and we sold out first show. Did amazing. Second show we did it on the campus of UW Whitewater. So yeah, man. Yeah, that was a process though. It was kind of crazy. A lot of people, the people who I have told, they be like, "Nigga, you did your practice through fucking Facebook." Yeah, Facebook Messenger, video and call. You know what I'm saying? I don't really believe in the answer. I don't believe in no. You know what I'm saying? I had a vision. I wanted to get it done, and I felt like I had to get it done at that time. It was healing for me. You know what I'm saying? It was, a real life story that I, put together. That's just how all my stories kind of be, come together. It's just like I said, my life a movie. So, yeah, that was the process though. So now, yeah, we gonna bring it back.
By the way, bro, who does your marketing?
Yeah, I got I can't forget my boy Dev. He does some of my videography, and SD, can't forget about him. You know what I'm saying? He's the one who I deal with my studio. You know what I'm saying? Got my boy Smooth now too. He been doing work for a long ass time. So yeah, those are the people who do like my videography and my help. But as far as like my own marketing, like I do that shit. Like I make my own flyers. I do my own editing. I do most of my own shooting and shit. You gotta be. I feel like you gotta be multifaceted for you to be successful. Otherwise, you're always gonna feel limited. You're always gonna feel like you got an excuse. Most of the shit that y'all seen do, I do everything on my phone. You know what I'm saying? The episodes I put together, the trailer and all that shit, nigga, I shot on the iPhone 15 or iPhone XR. You know what I'm saying? People don't know that. People think I shot with a Canon. Like, no, iPhone, you got a Canon, a camera that has everything you need. So, yeah, that's how I did that.
We have a clip of you answering a question in a previous interview that you had about the upcoming projects that you got working on. Here's the clip.
The big question, what is the next few projects that you're working on?
Next project I'm working on is called Delay Over Denial. There was everybody, I'm sure y'all have noticed, there was a big government shutdown. And a part of that shutdown, there was a lot of mass flight cancellations. And I was one of those people that fell victim to that. So I was stuck in Vegas for a week. It kind of gave me an extended vacation, and I kind of just wanted to put what happened with me and other people at that time, and just make a small little short film about it. So that's the next project coming up.
Yeah, the next project is Delay Over Denial. It's a short film that I got going on. I was stuck in Vegas for like a week due to the government shutdown. There was a mass flight cancellation, and I kind of just, didn't really get frustrated. I just kind of observed what was going on at the time, and I created a story from it. And I just wanted to show the effect that it had on the people that had to deal with those flights being delayed or being canceled and things of that sort. These are real life. People had real life situations going on. People had to get to their families. People had to get to job interviews. People had to get to, back home to their kids, whatever. Missed opportunities, whatever like that. And that's what people may have thought, but delay never really means denial. Delay also, to me, in my opinion, means a new direction. And I think that's that's the whole point of me putting this project together. So that's the new project we got coming up. We got some amazing actors and actresses in it. So Christmas Eve, expect to see that dropping. Make sure y'all check out that Delay Over Denial. Stay tuned for the Mind of a Man series, man. We got some shit popping. And just want to let y'all know that I'm coming. 2026. Yeah.
Hey, man, we can sit here and talk all day, bro, but I appreciate you, bro. Is there any last words you'd like to tell the people before we get up out of here?
I would say this. Put your peace first over everything. Once you have your peace, everything else should really flow. You'll really find your way to be able to deal with anything once you're able to find your peace on it. Because there's no such thing as really problems. It's just challenges. Challenges for you to get over. Yeah, that's what I would say. Put your peace first, put God first. And, don't dwell in how an experience made you feel. You know what I'm saying? Use that energy and create something out of it, because you're supposed to learn you're supposed to learn something out of it anyway. You know what I mean? That wasn't really meant for you to destroy you, especially if it didn't take you out this world. So study it. Study how it made you feel, study how it went down, you know what I'm saying? And figure out a way of how to, you know what I'm saying, overcome it the next time it come around. Because the test is going to keep coming until you pass it. It's going to just come in a different form, in a different liking. And I refuse to keep going through the same cycle over and over again. So once I ended up finding my peace, I was able to find my boundaries. I was able to get my power back. And now I feel like can't nothing stop me. So that'd be the last thing I tell the people.
There you have it, y'all. Hey, man, Ryan Merrill, I appreciate you for coming out, dog. We got to do this again.
I can't touch, no, they ain't fucking with me. I've been drinking so much drink, I need another kidney. Toe up from that flow up, bro, gotta come and get me. I'm a fan, so I might be order me another 50. Or would I leave the bros behind? You know they coming with me. I'm telling people you looking for me, you better come and get me.